Have you heard of the suburb Castroville? Well, today, Steve and I are going to show you around an absolutely gorgeous new build community in Castroville. This community is called Alsatian Oaks, and it is right off the main drag on I-90, which goes right through downtown Castroville. This neighborhood is so perfectly located next to everything you could need. You've got a Walmart right next door, and if you stick around, I'm going to show you exactly the plans that they have for this amazing community. In this community, we have two builders, Highland and Perry, and possibly a third to come. Of course, as soon as we find out the third builder, we'll bring you an update on this neighborhood. But let's get after it right now. If this is your first time to our channel and you would like to know everything there is to know about living in San Antonio and its surrounding areas like Castroville, make sure you subscribe or tap the bell for notifications to ensure that you're one of the first to be notified when we bring you new market updates. My name is Katie Powers, and my husband Steven Garza and I get phone calls and emails and texts from people just like you every single day who are looking to make a move into the area. Whether you're 6 days or 6 months away from making that transition, we would absolutely love to hear from you. All of our information is listed right below, and Steve and I would be honored to be your realtors of choice. Now let's dive into the beautiful Alsatian Oaks right here in Castroville, Texas. Welcome to the Highland model. Now, as you come in, you have high ceilings and an office right off the entry. Double doors, great space. Now, one of the things that I love about Highland that you've probably seen in other videos is they do give you a wide hallway, which is great. Now, as you come in, you can go two ways. You can go in the game room / flex room here, or you can turn down this hallway, which we're gonna do first, to go check out some bedrooms. You have a half bath for your guests, and then 2 bedrooms, one with an ensuite with its own bathroom. Does have that walk-in shower tiled to the ceiling. And then you do have really high ceilings, of course, and this one actually has 2 closets. So you have a closet here, and then you have another closet, little linen closet here. Then we come into this next beautiful bedroom, again, high ceilings. Now this one has a Jack and Jill or shared bathroom. You have a sink in each bedroom. So it goes straight to tile. You have your own sink. Comes into a shared tub shower combo with a toilet, which brings us into the third secondary bedroom with its own sink. And they decorated this bedroom so precious. But good sized bedrooms. And then this bedroom pops you off right back in the hallway. We're gonna backtrack just a little to show you this beautiful flex room right here. Now, of course, they have it decorated as a media room because there's no windows in here. It is a flex room. You could use it as a second office or game room or media room. Some great space. It's really right in the middle of the house. Then you have a little more hallway, but it opens into this beautiful kitchen. I love this quartz. So beautiful. Really plays on these natural woods with the gold. You know me, I love the gold. So beautiful. Now, I also want to hit on this community is an electric community. So electric cooking, now you can bury a propane tank and have natural gas if you would like for cooking, but you would have to pay extra to bury that propane tank. The community itself is an electric community. They did an extra little buffet over here with extra cabinets. And as we always say, we always like to point out the upgrades in the models because they are so grand and so beautiful, but it does come with a price. So I do want to point out, they did tile above the cabinets here. It is so beautiful. Doesn't normally come that way. But then you come into this living room. I love these beams. They're big, they're beautiful. They have bricked the fireplace all the way to the ceiling. You have 2 sliders here on the back. So you have a slider here that opens this way. So you do have a nice entryway here, and then another one on this side. The only reason why I point this out because it is nice to have 2, but it is not a full slider that goes all the way across, but it's a nice touch for this living room. And then let's go check out this gorgeous primary. So this is bedroom number 4, the primary. It is on the back end of the house, very private. High ceilings that are vaulted, big windows. And they chose to do a barn door here into the primary bath. You have 2 separate vanities with a soaking tub. I'm curious what your thoughts are of the shower and all this tile. I'd like to know your input on it. Steve and I both commented that not sure we're a fan of this specific tile. But if you chose a different tile, I bet it would look really pretty with this curved archway. The architecture in here is very pretty with the soaking tub. And then they continued this gorgeous quartz in here as well. What do you think? Drop a comment below, we'd love to hear it. Now let's go check out the back patio. One thing I will say about Highland is they always do a great outdoor patio. It really is beautiful. This of course is an extended patio, but you do, as we mentioned earlier, have those 2 separate doors on this back patio. Highland obviously did some extra flat work out here, fire pit. So this home is on the 60-foot lot. Highland in here is only going to be building on the 60-foot lots from here on out. They were selling on the 50s. They've decided they're not going to. They're actually talking about selling out those lots to another builder. We don't know who that new builder will be in here, but as soon as we do, have no doubt, Steve and I will update you and let you know the next builder that will be here in the 50-foot lots. But for the 60-foot lots, Highland is still building in here. Lots and lots of options out here. This community will be building most likely for the next 5 years. So lots of phases to come. It's going to be a very large subdivision out here in Castroville. Now let's go take a look at another gorgeous model.
All right, so we're here at Alsatian Oaks, which is in Castroville, Texas. Castroville is on the west side of San Antonio. It's a suburb of San Antonio. Katie's going to show you where it's at on the map. This was a small town when I used to come out here. My dad and I would come out here to our ranch with our uncles, and we'd go hunting. But I mean, out back then it was nothing. Now I'm standing in front of a Perry model. Can you believe that? Out in Castroville. It's amazing. All right, so let's talk about the community. A little bit about the community right now. The HOA is $550 annually. They do have a center for the kids to play on right now. They're supposed to get a pool later on. It's a startup community, so they're gonna do that amenity center hopefully in the future and hopefully soon for the people who live here. Tax rate is 2.34, and we are in Medina County, so you go to the Medina schools, and so tax rate's decent. So 2.34, pretty good. The real estate in here. So right now, you got Perry behind me, you got Highland, the Highland model over there. Their real estate cost is roughly from $400 for the 50-foot lots, and then these are the 60-foot lots. You can see that they separate them, the communities, so you get bigger lots on one side, which is good for guys like us. For real estate agents in the future, we know how to price the 50s versus 60s, so that's all future stuff though. That's where my brain goes. Anyways, it's cost. So 50s is starting around 400 and up into the 600, low sixes for the 3,500 square foot floor plans if they even put them on the 50s. But the square feet ranging out here is 19 and a half up to 3,500 and 35 and a half actually for the largest floor plan. You can see you got Highland and Perry, and so that's really it for the real estate out here. Wonderful community. It's going to be great for the future. It's up and coming and lots of growth, lots of phases going to be coming through as well. So this is kind of the beginning of the community itself. So get in while you can. Builders are offering great incentives. It's the end of the year. It's December. I know, short sleeves, December, right at the day after Christmas. Can you believe that? But anyways, all right, let's go tour this Perry model home. Drop us a comment, subscribe. You know, we always want to hear from you. If there's something we can improve on, let us know. If you want to see something in a video that we're not bringing to you, let us know. We'll make sure we include it. All right, let's go.
Welcome to the Perry model at Alsatian Oaks. We have an office right off to the side with double doors, high ceilings, and your double doors do have glass in them. It's pretty standard for Perry. We've got a nice wide hallway here, and they've put in these beautiful beams. It's just a great accent. I've even seen sometimes they put some tile up there. It looks really beautiful. So it splits here. You can go to the garage. You've got a half bath over here. Now it does look like an office. It is actually the sales office of this. So beautiful half bath, they tiled, and then your garage is that way. Now on the other side, it splits and you have 2 bedrooms with a full bath. Now in this hallway, it widens a little more. You still have another fixture, light fixture here. It's beautiful. And you have a flex room. Media room is what this is set up to be, is a media room. It could also be a game room. Again, no windows. This one has the very nice projector system in here with the surround sound speakers. You've got 2 linen closets, coat closets right here as well. For those of you always looking for storage, you know who you are. Quite a few clients want to count the linens, but these are a linen closet and a coat closet for extra storage. Now it does open up into a great big grand space here with your formal dining, living, eat-in kitchen, and kitchen all in one large room. You do have the upgraded second row of cabinets up at the top. Again, this neighborhood is an electric neighborhood. So you do have the electric cooktop. You can upgrade that to gas if you would like. You will just have to bury a propane tank. You do have a good size pantry. These corner pantries are pretty much standard sizes. And then I do want to show you, because we always jump to this great grand room because it's so beautiful, but right off the dining room, you actually have your laundry room. And a small little linen closet, and then another bedroom. This would be your third secondary bedroom with its own bathroom, a walk-in shower. So now that we've seen all the secondary bedrooms, let's go take a look at this beautiful primary. All right, so we're back in the kitchen and eat-in kitchen. I want to show you something really cool that Perry did here. They kind of extended your kitchen back here on the way to the primary, and you have a little butler's kitchen here. I think this is great. Steve's not as big of a fan. He doesn't like it next to the primary, but for me, this is like my own personal coffee bar right when I wake up. So I think it just depends on what you choose to use it for, but it opens into your primary. They have beautiful vaulted ceilings in here with the beams. They also have this textured wallpaper. Wallpaper's coming back in. I don't know if you noticed it. European wallpaper is quite the thing right now. Then you have this beautiful primary bathroom. It's very Perry fashion. This is exactly what most of their bathrooms look like. You have double vanities. You have a great walk-in shower. The other thing I wanted to point out about this was the texture on this tile. It's like you could wash your clothes against it or whatever. It's very beautiful. Tile to the ceiling with a great door. And then, as always, Perry has two closets. So you have one smaller closet here, and then a larger walk-in closet here. It does have shelving on this side and a shoe rack on this side. You could always add a third row, or a second row, I guess, bar up there for your winter clothes, but it's good space. And then you also have a linen closet right here in the middle. So, because Steve and I always like to give you the truth, this floor plan is great. These doors are annoying. When you have 3 doors in this little area, Steve and I were talking about how we would run into each other trying to get to the linen in his closet and my closet. So just something to think about. You don't necessarily see it when it's drawn on a floor plan, but when you're here and it comes to life, it's a little crowded. Just my 2 cents. So let's go check out the outdoor living, because this space is beautiful. All right, so here are these beautiful sliders. It does have 3 panels, and it sure enough opens all the way to this beautiful covered patio, and then they've extended it out. Put a little putt-putt green in. And then they also decided to upgrade and do an outdoor kitchen. Now, let's talk pricing. Here at Alsatian Oaks, they have 2 different size lots. You have a 50-foot lot and a 60-foot lot. What Steve and I have showed you here in this video are the 60-foot lots, meaning the homes are 60 foot wide on the front, giving you a little more room between your neighbors, but also allowing for a wider home. Here, the Perry floor plan at 60 foot ranges from $550 up to $711 was the highest price home we've seen in here. So really, $550 to $750, it's all gonna depend on your finish outs, but they've got a lot of floor plans to choose from here. And Highland homes are gonna be just a tad less expensive, but you can expect to spend a little bit more in design. It all washes out to be right around the same price. You can't go wrong with a Highland or a Perry home. That's just the truth of the matter. So now you want to stick around for the map video. I'm going to take you to the Google map so I can show you exactly where this beautiful neighborhood is and give you even more details on exactly what's to come for this amazing community. Let's get after it right now. All right, so now that we have toured those beautiful homes, both Highland and Perry, at Alsatian Oaks, I want to show you on a map exactly where this location is so you get a feel of Castroville compared to San Antonio. But I'm also going to show you the development that is coming for this neighborhood. It's very exciting. Let's dive in. All right, so here's San Antonio on a map. Castroville is a suburb that is on the west side of town. So this area is growing exponentially. You have a lot of new builds coming up all along this area outside 1604, even past 211. I mean, we really have a ton of new builds in this whole area. So it just makes sense that Castroville is the next place for neighborhoods to come. This used to be a small farming town, and now it's really become, or becoming, a suburb of San Antonio. We've just grown that much. So the cool thing is as of the 2020 census, the population of Castroville was 3,000. Now that is growing, and with Alsatian Oaks being a 1,000 home community, clearly the population is gonna double, if not triple, very soon in Castroville, but it's still a very small town feel. So easy location to get to. Let me show you some things that Castroville is near. It's right off I-90, which is a straight shot right into downtown San Antonio. You also have 211 here, so if you are living in Castroville and need to go north, you would take 90 to 211 and take 211 up. And again, this takes you to Bandera Road, but you also have Petranco here, and then you have Schoenfeld up here and Culebra around here. So you have some main roads here, depending on where you're working. If you are also working for the Air Force, you have Lackland Air Force Base here. So really easy shot, probably not 10 minutes. It's really probably 20 minutes into Lackland Air Force Base. Again, if you're traveling during the main hours that everybody's traveling, it may take longer. They are working on widening I-90 right now because the growth has been out west. So they are widening 90 to make that commute faster. Port of San Antonio is right here off of 92. So if you're working in the southwest or west quadrant of San Antonio, Castroville is very feasible. Now, I will tell you, like I live over here in Stone Oak area, it takes me and Steve about 45 minutes. We'll take either 1604 to 90 and jet out, or we take 281 down to 410 and we'll come over, hit 90 and go out. Either way, it takes about 45 minutes, unless it's during high traffic hours like 8 a.m. and 4 to 5 p.m. I have shown out in Castroville at 5 p.m. at night, and it did take me every bit of an hour and a half to get out there. So it's just gonna depend on traffic, but again, please understand, traffic is relative to where you're coming from. If you are a local, you're absolutely gonna comment and tell me that I'm too positive about traffic and it's horrible, because you're here and you're used to it and you don't like it. But if you're coming from New York, South California, like San Diego, LA, if you're coming from Chicago, if you're coming from a big populated city, even Dallas or Houston, you're not gonna think our traffic is that bad. So I just wanna put that caveat out there. Castroville is on the far west side of San Antonio, heading outside of San Antonio. If you stay on 90 going out that way, you will run into Mexico. So if you stay on 90, goes through Uvalde, goes out to Del Rio, and boom, this is Mexico. So not that far from Mexico, but honestly, let me just put this in there because I know the media makes it out to be crazy. We are far enough from Mexico. We are not experiencing the heavy crime and things of that nature being this far into the city. Now, if you go and live in Del Rio, that's a different story. I don't live in Del Rio. I'm not going to speak to that. But as far as San Antonio, Castroville goes, we are far enough away from the border to not really be having any of those major issues. As far as Castroville and what it has to offer, let's go ahead and zoom in so you can see. Very small town, guys. It's very small, and it's also very flat. So if you're coming to San Antonio thinking hill country, Castroville's not it for you. Castroville is very flat. If you go more north of Castroville, you'll start getting into the hill country like in Bandera and such. But Castroville's farmland, it's very flat. The topography is very flat. As you can see, it is a small town. It does have a Walmart right here, has a Subway, it even has a Smoothie King. They're coming up in the world. They have a couple Subways, but they've got all the fast food, right? Sonic, Bush's Chicken, I think it's Church's Chicken, I don't know, but you have fast food all within Castroville, and then a lot of it is residential. You also have a big park here. There's a big hill that people like to go and go hiking there. It's a really nice hill. And then if you go further out, you'll hit Mico, which Mico is also growing significantly. Castroville, Mico, it's all growing because it's becoming, San Antonio is really moving out this way. So this is an up and coming city. Now, Alsatian Oaks is right next to the Walmart. So let me zoom in so you can see I-90 is right here. This is the main freeway coming in from San Antonio. Alsatian Oaks is right here. So this is not connected. They have not finished this connection, and I'm going to show you why in just a minute, but it will have a main entrance right off I-90 here. As of right now, you come in through this main road here. This is Walmart. I don't know why it's only showing Subway. When you zoom in, you can see it, but this is the Walmart parking lot right here. Subway is inside the Walmart there. You do have a standalone Subway here, but this is inside the Walmart. So as of right now, you take this road and go to the side of Walmart and cut across and then come in. There's going to be a lot coming right here. So as of right now, this is where Alsatian Oaks is. Your entrance is going to be at a stoplight here, which makes it easy coming and going. This is the first section of Alsatian Oaks. Now, there are going to be 1,000 homes in this neighborhood. This neighborhood just started in 2024. So you have plenty of opportunity to get into this neighborhood. They have all the land over here and even over here from what I understand. So it is going to expand, it is going to get bigger. Now there is always a positive to being one of the first in the neighborhood because they start prices lower to get people into the neighborhood. And as it becomes, more popular, gaining more traction, more people moving to the area, those prices start increasing. So if you're getting in early in the neighborhood, you are building the most equity. Now keep in mind, if you're buying new build, you do need to stay in the home for at least 3 years. Could you sell it in 2? Probably, but I would suggest you put a little more money down to make sure you safeguard that equity. But either way, Steve and I love selling new builds. They're absolutely great homes, but we do want to put that caveat in there that you do need to stay in them at least 3 years because you need to build that equity in the home. It's a little different than buying a pre-owned. So this neighborhood is going to be really big. It's going to be one of the largest neighborhoods in Castroville. So let me switch over and show you some really cool things. This is the development agreement that the developer submitted into the city of Castroville. So these are their plans. Now, if we zoom in on this, I want to make sure you can see it. You see the existing Walmart is right here. So right now, as I was mentioning before, you drive in on I-90 here, and you have to come to the stoplight right here where the Walmart is, come in back here, and then you cut across. So the houses are actually up here. This is going to be the main entrance coming soon. It's there, it's just not connecting to the I-90 yet, but this will be an entrance that will go straight into the neighborhood. Now, why I'm showing you this is because all of this is new commercial coming to Castroville. This is huge. Not only is it going to make that neighborhood separated, so it's going to be more secluded, because right now it kind of looks like it's right off I-90. So it's going to be further away from the road. You're not going to have road noise. There's lots of positives why we put commercial in front of neighborhoods. But this is big because this is growing Castroville. If you want to be in the suburbs but still want your easy things like grocery stores and getting your nails done and some shopping and those types of things that you don't want to have to drive into the city, while it's only 15 to 20 minutes into those things, you still kind of want your everyday things within 3 to 5 miles, right? Well, this is at the front of the neighborhood. So we don't know exactly which stores. The builder did tell me that they have like a Ross coming, which makes sense. for this type of a development and commercial, but you'll probably have some nail salons, some hair salons. They did say they got Ross to commit. We'll see if TJ Maxx does. I don't know. I can't promise you that. So don't tell me that there isn't a TJ Maxx there once it's finished, but Ross did commit. So there are a lot of good commercial that's coming to this area. And if you see here, this is kind of what it's going to look at. So this is, again, the proposed schemes of what it's going to look at. Alsatian has these really pretty peaks. It's in front of the neighborhood. Their entrance has a really pretty peak. It's really pretty. It's very German, because Castroville is a very German town. Just like Bernie was, San Antonio was settled by a lot of Germans. So New Braunfels, right? I mean, you get all these names. There's a reason for it. Fredericksburg, it's very German. So they did these really pretty peaks. The structure's very beautiful, and they are pulling it into the shopping centers that are going to be in front of the communities. So again, here's some more drawings of it, some different proposed schemes of what it's going to look like. But this is really the main thing that you want to see. It's really cool, lots and lots. You've got commercial here up in the front, and then you've got parking here, and then you have more commercial here. So really, really beautiful what they have planned for this community. Okay, so now the other thing I wanted to show you is other things that are going on in Castroville. Like I said, it's growing fast. So the other thing that Castroville has, other than like your Dollar Tree, your McDonald's, your Whataburger, your Sonic, all of those things, you also have a golf course out here, the Alsatian Golf Club. You can join this club. It does have a golf course. So you do have that golf course. Or if you wanted to come back into the San Antonio area, you do have the golf course over here. This is actually a very popular one. Steve goes and plays here quite frequently. Steve plays here every now and then here at the Golf Club of Texas San Antonio. So it's off of 211. So you do have different, and Briggs Ranch Golf Club. So you do have golf surrounding you. You've got 3 different golf within 10 to 15 minutes of Castroville. Now keep in mind, in our other videos, when we talk about Potranco Oaks and all of the different neighborhoods that are here off Potranco Road, meeting 211, there's a lot of growth right here. So you do have an HEB that's right here, a great grocery store. You have a ton of neighborhoods all in this area. So even if you didn't want to go all the way into downtown San Antonio, you're only, I mean, really from this road, if you go cut up this way to Potranco, where Potranco ends, right here where Megan's Landing is, you're 10 minutes to Potranco, and then another 5 minutes into, a Chick-fil-A and HEB and other items. So it's all very close. It's just really grown all the way out, and it's merging into Castroville. So it's honestly, Castroville's not going to look the same in the next 5 years. That's my prediction. It is going to be a true city, not just a small town anymore. Within the next 5 years, there's just so much growth coming. So not really a lot of restaurants at the moment. You don't have like a Chili's or any chain restaurants there other than fast food as of today, but it's coming. So that is a really great option for you. Tax rate, as Steve and I mentioned, is 2.34. So just keep that in mind. It's standard. It's really what it is in San Antonio. And if you're buying off Potranco Oaks, Megan's Landing, all of this right here, that's what the tax rate is 2.3. So that's just kind of the norm out in this area. So with all of that being said, this is a great location if you want to be out of city limits, but not too far from your everyday things. Bringing all of this new commercial right in front of Alsatian Oaks is going to be huge. Not only is it going to increase your value, your property values over time, it's also going to bring more and more people to the area, which is going to cause growth and price increases. So getting in today, between $450 to $700, it just depends on your size lot and what you put in and the square footage, all of those things. But the range is from $450 to $700-ish. So it's really not a bad price to get in early before Castroville explodes, and you can get in while it's lower priced, and your equity is only going to grow from here. So overall, great neighborhood. Leave us a comment. Let us know what you think. I know Castroville is definitely not somewhere that most people think as of right now because it seems so far away. But honestly, San Antonio and Castroville have already met. We're already building out there. People are already buying out there. You're just going like 2 miles south of Potranco at this point. So it's all a great opportunity. If you want to learn more about Alsatian Oaks and all that it has to offer, or other properties and upcoming neighborhoods in Castroville, make sure you drop us a comment or reach out to me and Steve. All of our information is listed right below. We would absolutely love to hear from you, and we would be honored to be your realtors of choice. Remember, 6 days or 6 months, it doesn't matter. We'd absolutely love to hear from you. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next one.